Hey everyone, I wanted to take a quick moment and talk about some of my new favorite wardrobe pieces from... We're not quite there yet. Hey everybody, it's Ian the Kilter Crafter. I hope you're having a great day today. Spoiler alert, there's going to be an ad later in today's show. Good morning, West Coast. Good afternoon, East Coast. Hello to everybody in between and outside. It's Ian the Kilter Crafter, and I hope you're having a great day today. I'm just having a fail. That's what's happening. That is what's happening. I thought it was going to be fine, but apparently this is what happens when you try new things. Anyways, hi everyone. We've got the Zaza? Did you change your name on YouTube? We have the inappropriate quilter Zaza in the chat today. We've got June, Linda, Holly, Flicky Cheeky, good to see you. 44 and raining in Southern California. Donna is here, Auntie L is here, Catherine is here, June is here. Hi everyone, good to see all of you here. Let's see, Josh is here, love the teaser. We'll get to it, I promise. Hey Ian and friends, first blooper of the year, love it. Hey, you know, it happens. It happens. I believe that is Michelle. Or is that Michael? See, this is the thing. This is really, really the thing. Whichever one you are, hello, I'm so glad you're here. Let's see what else. Alice is here. Hi, Alice. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. Pat is here. So, hope everybody's having a great day. By the way, Zaza, I saw a whole bunch of channel members in the chat earlier. I don't have all of your names up at this very moment. Misty is a channel supporter. Thank you for being here. Deb is also a channel supporter, and she says, your shirt says what I used to do back in the day when my friends had her quilt shop. I mean, social time for sewers should always be called this. I'm just saying. Anywho, if you are a channel supporter, thank you so much for supporting my channel, even mistakes and all. Thank you guys so much for supporting my channel. I really do appreciate your support. It really does help me do what I do here on YouTube, and I greatly appreciate you. I hope you know that. It really does mean a lot. I don't just say that. It really does mean a lot to me. If you are not a channel member, that is okay. Totally understand. Times are tough. Money is short. I get it. Do not feel bad about it at all. What you can do, though, free ways to support me are, of course, to like, share, comment, and subscribe, if I didn't say that one already. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. That does help keep me keep me active in the algorithm, and I really appreciate your support doing that. So, Noonie, think I said that right? Says, hi Ian, purchased Caterpillar mini light board last night. How exciting! Yes, speaking of which, I want to bring that up really quickly before I get started. The kind people over at Caterpillar, if you missed the live stream earlier this week, Caterpillar felt so bad about what happened and like the live stream that happened on Monday. So they were generous enough to, as a kind of like apology and making up for it, they extended that 20% off discount code live with Ian. If you use that, it ends tonight, Mountain Time tonight, 11:59 Mountain Time. So if you would like to make a purchase, please do so before that code expires, because I really want you all to get that 20% off your order. So feel free to use that code. It ends tonight. So if you haven't already and want to make that purchase, I know some people got paid on Friday, so maybe you're waiting for payday or whatever it is. You know, go ahead and order if you want to. If you were looking to purchase something, remember that code can be anything off the Caterpillar website. It doesn't have to be just the items that we talked about last Monday. So just putting it out there one more time. If you want to use that code live with Ian, get 20% off anything off their website, any order, all of it, whatever you do. Go hog wild, order everything, or just order one item, whatever you want to do. Yeah, and that also, of course, that is an affiliate code and an affiliate link, so that all helps support my channel and all that kind of stuff. And for those of you who have bought through that link and then use that code, thank you guys so much. Really do. It means a lot. It really, really does. So, Josh says, is that a code on the website, or do you have to use a unique to get that on their site too? It is a code. You can use that code. And that does give me affiliate credit for your order. So if you use that code, it all automatically goes towards me for the affiliate for it. So you can just use that code and get that. You get that 20% off. I get a commission for that, which is no cost to you. Yeah, think that's all. So don't forget that ends tonight. Make sure to do that. Becky says, I placed an order with Caterpillar using Ian's discount code. Awesome. Thank you so much, Becky. I really do appreciate that. What are we working on today? Today, we are going to be working on continuing the mini case. Where's the, I have it up here. So we're going to be working some more on, we're going to be working some more on this pattern. This is a free pattern that you can get. Let me see if my links are working, because I tried to use the links last week and something went wrong and it wasn't working. So let me see if this is actually working again. I changed some things up and I'm hoping that the links are actually going out now. Technology. It was like working fine and then something broke. I don't know what happened. All right, so it looks like everything is working. Let me try another link really quickly. I'm just going to drop the Caterpillar. This is my affiliate Caterpillar link. I'm just going to drop that in the chat really quick. Make sure that everything, yes, it is working. Perfect. So it looks like I got my links and my buttons are working again, so that's a great thing. So Joyce says she gave a $2.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Joyce. I really do appreciate that super chat. Let's give you a cheer for doing that. Thank you, Joyce. Thank you for that. That is so kind of you. Pat says, thanks for the reminder. I had options in my Caterpillar cart, but will now make a final decision. Make sure to do that before tonight. Pat, you got to do that before tonight. I want you to get that discount. 20%. That's pretty good. All right. So I did drop the link for the free pattern. This is a free pattern from, what is that? Lily-Ella Stitchery. It is a free pattern, so go download that free pattern and you can use that. I just don't talk about, some people were asking last week why I don't mention sizes. It's a free pattern. Why can't I talk about sizes and stuff like that? I really want to send the traffic over to her website because she can see analytics on her side of the website. So I want to make sure that you are supporting her and giving her full credit for everything. Like, you're not just like jotting it down from my channel. Go download the free pattern. It's free. It's a free PDF. Takes 2 seconds to download it, and then you have it in your collection of PDF patterns. Go download it. It's a great pattern. It is a little confusing. I'm not going to lie. It is a little confusing. I had to sit here for a moment before we got started today and do that. Also, I have my zipper, and I did find my bigger zipper. Let me put it in front of my face. I found my bigger zipper pull. And I think this is going to be a good size for the zipper. And I meant to put this on. I meant to put this on the zipper before we got started today, and I forgot. So we're going to do that really quickly. We're going to put this on so that way we can just keep going. Sorry, my microphone just flipped, and hopefully y'all, if my microphone like starts giving us problems and you start hearing my voice very muffled or whatever, let me know. I'll fix it. I'll put it down here. In fact, you know what? Let's just do it now. Let's not even wait until something goes wrong. Let's just do it now. So Terry says, I downloaded it last week. I like her shop. Looks a little weird, but it'll work. Just downloaded the pattern using your link, says Cheryl. Excellent. Glad to hear that. All right, so we are going to put this on here. Nickelodeon. Why am I singing that? I don't know. It's good to give credit to the creator, no matter the cost of the pattern. Absolutely, that is why I talk about it, because I really want to make sure that everybody is downloading it from the creator, right? Like, I want to give them full credit for what they've done. They worked really hard on this pattern, and you know, it is slightly confusing. It's taken me a couple of times to stop and read it, but I understand what she's saying, and it, you know, it just takes a few minutes to really stop and think and try to understand like what is happening, and it's fine. I don't want anybody to feel like I'm dissing her pattern. I'm not. I actually really like her pattern. I just want to make sure that I fully understand, because she's taking a two-dimensional object and trying to write instructions on how to make a three-dimensional object, right? Is this going to be one of those zipper things? I'll show y'all what I'm like. I have the little jig on here, and I'm like, somebody posted a comment. I can't remember if it was in the live stream or after the live stream played, but they were like, Ian, I need a cigarette after that, and I don't smoke. It's like, oh my gosh, too funny. Come on. We're going to do this. We're going to do this today. It's going to be great. You're going to be amazing. We're all going to be so excited when this zipper gets threaded. I really meant to do this before I started the live stream today, and I kind of failed. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I really failed at it. I failed at my duties. Haha! Success! Melissa says it's only muffled when you raise your arm. That was because it was going up into my neck, so it's now off of there, so we are good. Yeah, I know. So Terry, when it goes up against my throat, sometimes it does that. Thankfully, it shouldn't do that anymore. Yeah, Heather says I had a couple of times that I had to reread it 3 or 4 times to understand the pattern. It happens. It happens. Nothing wrong with her pattern. It's just, like I said, you're taking a 2-dimensional object and trying to turn it into a 3-dimensional thing. So it gets a little, trying to understand that in a pattern, any pattern can be kind of difficult sometimes. So no fault to her, whatever. Please do not feel like I am upset with her pattern, because I'm not at all. By the way, I'm just going through and I'm actually closing the ends of the zipper so that way I don't accidentally pull the zipper off. So it really helped having watched what you did last week. I'm so glad to hear that, Zaza. I wish somebody would put out a tutorial. Hello. Oh, I know what's happening. Oh, I was like, why is this zipper going backwards in my machine? It was the foot was trying to hop over the zipper teeth and it couldn't. So Deborah says, I bought the mini light case from Caterpillar. Couldn't afford the mini light box at this time, but one piece at a time. Absolutely. Trust me, I get that. What is the zipper What does the zipper jig do? So what it does, it's basically a third hand for you. It really helps me because you put the zipper in the little teeth here. I don't have a zipper to put in there, but you put the zipper in the teeth, and that way you can use both hands to pull the zipper through. Because a lot of times you're trying to hold the zipper pull and feed the teeth through, which can get, like, you need 5 hands to do that. So this basically just gives a place for the zipper pull to hang out in, and then it allows both hands to be free so you can pull the zipper through. It did take me a hot minute to make it happen, but it usually speeds that process up because y'all saw me struggle that day for like 20 minutes. So it makes it a little bit easier. Kathy, look what I'm using today, just FYI. Oh, it thinks I'm giving a thumbs up. Alrighty then. Sure, whatever. Let's see. Anything else? Okay, I think we're good. All right, so we are going to continue. Remember last week we finished the top and the bottom, so this is going to be the top and the bottom of the case. Here's the bottom. This is going to be the inside, and this is going to be the inside. So we're going to continue on. Today we're going to be working on the actual body of the case. Pardon me. All right, so we've already done that. So we're going to be moving on and working on putting the rest of the body. We're going to be working with zippers. How many of you love working with zippers? I actually don't mind working with zippers. Zippers aren't terrible for me. So we're going to be working with the main body now. And I do need to heat up my iron for a moment because I opened it up. Can you see, like, it's kind of, it got folded. And so it needs to be pressed a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and press my body pieces and get them ready to get sewn onto the zipper. Zippers are not hard. They're frustrating, but they're not hard. Laura says, I was going to buy the zipper jig, but watched Becca's tutorial on how to attach the zipper pull, and I was surprised, but it worked. And I've never looked back, maybe? I like the zipper jig. I don't use it all the time, but it does help, especially for stubborn zippers. Really helps a lot. And one of you lovely subscribers out there actually gave that to me. So I appreciate that. I don't remember who it was off the top of my head. We were actually at the Mid-Atlantic Quilt Show, and she gave it to me, Becca, and Tiffany. So thank you so much. I'm sorry that I don't remember the name, but I really, really appreciate it for sure. Deb is asking, why does it say 15% when you said 20? Because normally you get 15% off using my code. However, because they're putting on the special code Live with Ian, that code gets you the 20% off. So that code is ending tonight. It's been active all week, and then after this, it goes away. And then my normal code, I think, what is it, off Kilter Ian? That code will be active moving forward. Like that one's always been active. You can always use that one. But if you want to get that 20% off, use Live with Ian. Josh is asking in the chat, he's asking if anybody uses the light board. It sounds like he is interested in it and may have some questions. So if you use the Caterpillar light board, he has a question in the live chat that I'm sure many of you would be happy to answer. All right, so what are we doing? Grab my handy dandy instructions. I'm going to set this part over here because I just need this part. All right, so we're working on the body of the case and the zipper. This is page 4. We're going to fuse the SF101 to the wrong side of the top of body and bottom of outer body and inner lining pieces. I've already done that. I already attached all of my interfacing already, so I don't have to worry about that. But if you haven't done that, that's where you would do it. To attach the zipper, first lay the bottom of the body outer fabric right side up. First lay the bottom of the body. Okay, bottom of body outer fabric. So this is my outer fabric. This is what's going to go on the outside. We're going to lay it face up, and we're going to lay it so that it reads correctly. So if you're using directional fabric, you're going to put it so that it looks correct. It looks right side up and it's facing you, right? So like you can read it. If it was to be text or something like that, you would be able to read it, understand it, whatever. If using directional print, it should be laying right reading as you look at it. I like how she says that, right reading, so you'll be able to see, like, if you're needed to read it, it would be able to do that. Deb says, so if I type in your code off Kilter Ian, no, you have to use the code Live with Ian. Live with Ian. So use that code. You can also go back to my live stream from Wednesday. Go back to the live stream from Wednesday, and I have the codes in that description box as well, so you can use that. Josh says, the Ultra seems to be the size that I'm considering might help. Not much of an FPP person, but more considering it for making curved seams align. Probably, I'm not going to lie, Josh, the Ultra, because some of the pieces that you do, I've seen Josh's work on Instagram, and he works with larger pieces. I feel like that Ultra would probably give you the most bang for your buck, especially because you're doing large curves, and so you would be able to have more surface area. The small one is it's supposed to come in today. It might be here at any moment. If you see me running out of the room, I'm going to grab it. But the mini is good for like up here for my when I do FPP stuff like that. That's a great size. But since you're doing larger curves, the Ultra might be the way to go. Just saying, not trying to sales pitch it to you, just putting information out there for you. Hope y'all don't feel like I'm pushing anything on y'all. Oh no, Made by Misty says, oh, I'm in agony right now. I had to take my baby to the hospital yesterday for some small fixes, good cleaning, so no sewing for me until next week. But I get to pick it up on my birthday. Yippee! Awesome. I'm sorry that it had to go into the shop though. That's into the spa. Okay, so now I need to grab my clips. Look at my little clip bin. I like it. So we're gonna go ahead and line all this together. We're gonna put the zipper face down, so good side facing down, and we're going to get this all aligned, maybe. Hey, Becky. Thanks, Josh, for posting the code. Greatly appreciate you. All right, so I'm basically making it look like the picture. And I'm actually going to flip this over because my zipper, she uses a zipper that is 1 inch wide. Mine is slightly larger than 1 inch. And so what I want to do is I want to try and get it so that my zipper will be about 1 inch when it's all said and done. I have a line that I have marked on my zipper to try and make it a little closer to that inch mark. I don't know if this is going to be perfect, but I'm going to try and get it as close as possible. So my zipper is actually going to stick out a little bit more. Does that make any sense at all? My zipper is like 1.5 inches. Is it 1.5 inches or 1.25 inches? I think it's 1.25 inches. So I want to make sure that I'm getting it a little closer to that 1 inch size. I don't know if that made sense. We'll see. Let's see. I know a lot of people are over in Becca's Zoom. By the way, it is a VIP Zoom weekend. So if you are a VIP member for So Becca, don't forget the So room is open for you to go hang out with everybody. And I know a lot of people who usually hang out with me on Sunday are over there. No worries at all. If you're watching this on the replay, so glad that you stopped by. All right, so flip that back over. Again, my zipper teeth are facing away from me. The good sides are currently touching each other. Next, place the bottom of body lining fabric right side down on top of this. Also, right reading along the left edge, pin to secure. Okay, so we're going to take our line. Oh, I just dropped it. We're going to take our lining fabric and we're going to try and match it up. I have to use X-ray vision to try and line it up but the good news is I can use the bottom and the side here to kind of line it up because more than likely it's going to be close, right? It's going to be very, very close. Melanie says, hello everybody in chat. I'll be listening in. Awesome. So glad that you're here. So I'm getting it more or less. It's not going to be perfect. You know, we're not going for perfection, although it would be kind of cool to enter this into the state fair, so perfection would be ideal. But we're going to get it as close to perfect as we want to, but finished is what we're going for, right? I feel like my pieces are a little, yeah, they're a little out of line, so I'm going to fix that a little bit. Becca scheduled a parallel meeting. Gasp! Of course, yeah. No, this is her usual Zoom weekend. She always does it the last Sunday of each month. Let's see how this is doing. Needs to come down just a hair. Do you like, is this as exciting as watching paint dry? I feel like this is a boring part of everything, but it's fine. It's fine. Paid the rent coming. I love that y'all say that. Paid the rent. Okay, so we've done that. Let's see. Open your zipper tape a bit so that the pull is not in the way of your sewing. I'm going to leave it all the way at the end. It doesn't, like, since I'm not closing it off yet, I'm just putting it all the way to the end, and that's fine. Sew together using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. So I'm going to be using the 1/4 inch seam allowance to sew this all together. Oops. We'll see how this works. Which side am I sewing on? We're going to be sewing on the back side, okay. Well, let's see how this goes. We're not going for perfect, we're going for finished. Have you ever used a double side zipper when putting in zippers? I find that it works great for me. I have not actually. Anna says, I'm here instead because I'm super sick all week and have zero energy except for resting. I woke up 5 minutes before you started streaming on the East Coast. Goodness gracious, I hope you feel better. So sorry that you're not feeling well. It is going to make this a little more difficult to like pinpoint. Do I want to do... I'm trying to think if I want to use my zipper foot instead of this foot. I may switch out for my zipper foot. Let's see if we can do that. Let's see if we can use the zipper tape or the zip. I saw tape, but I said that. Darn tape always gums up my needle. All right. I think we're gonna do. Let's see. I need to do on this side. I think. Y'all are just watching all the decisions happen right now, which is maybe not the best. No, that's not gonna work. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry. It's hard to... It would be so much easier if my zipper tape was the right size. If it was the correct size, I wouldn't have to do any of this, but it's not, so we're just gonna make it work. We're gonna do just fine. Everything's gonna be great. You know, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. We're just gonna try and do our best. And I can actually align the zipper tape with my next notch over, which I didn't realize until just this very moment. That may actually help me keep everything aligned a little better. Maybe one of these days I'll actually do this as a real tutorial where I actually show you all the things instead of sitting here trying to make decisions for 15 minutes. Y'all don't mind though, right? Y'all don't mind. Did I do this the right way? Yes, I did. Whew. Scared myself for a moment. I was like, wait, was I supposed to put the fabric the other way? Was I supposed to have the good side facing me? I don't think so. It's supposed to be this way. I did it right. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. This is what happens when you try something new on a live stream. Carolina said, my PMQ came yesterday. The wait is over. Awesome. Deb says, I ordered the sewing machine light. You're going to love it. I really love mine on the Juki. I don't need it on the Bernina, but on the Juki, it makes all the difference in the world. I used it yesterday, in fact. Ian, what kind of machine do you have? It looks like a Bernina to me, but I could be mistaken. You are correct. This is a Bernina. This is the 770, B770. It is the Tula Pink edition. I bought it at QuiltCon in 2020 when Tula Pink came out with her special edition Bernina. Bought it at QuiltCon, and it has been with me ever since. This is my favorite machine. I love my Juki, don't get me wrong. Love my Juki, but I'm super happy with my choice in Bernina. All right. Okay. I think we're good. Is it perfect? No. But it's not bad. This is the fun part where you get to finger press everything. Because now what we're going to do is we're going to fold the bottom of body outer lining and lining pieces wrong sides together, sandwiching the zipper tape inside. So basically what we're doing now, so I have, this is what it looks like when it finished sewing, right? So now I'm going to open it up. I don't know why one side is longer than the other. Whatever. So now we're going to open up our pieces and we're going to press them so that way they do that. Make sense? I hope so. Anyways, we're going to press it so that way it all gets pressed and clean. Looks nice and professional, you know. That came, oh, well. I was like, oh no, that came really close to the teeth. It actually didn't. I just didn't pull it all the way down. So I'm finger pressing right now, trying to get it to bend to my will, trying to get it to open up a little bit. Are we going to stitch? We are, it looks like. Fold, let's see. Top stitch close to the edge to secure. So we're going to press this. We're going to press our two pieces the way that they need to go. And then we're going to top stitch it. We're going to help keep it in place by top stitching. Right now it looks like you're making a recessed zipper for a bag. It kind of looks like that. Kind of looks like that. Judy says, Ian, hi Ian, tardy today. You were never late. No one is ever late. What do I always say on this channel? No one's ever late. This is the hardest part, is like making it bend to my will. But the good news is, as I'm pressing this, I'm finger pressing it at the moment, it's very close to the, like, it's all matching up. So that's a good thing. That is a good thing. It is matching up both on the top and the bottom. The only weird thing is it's like not, it's like not, what's the word? It's one side is longer than the other, just by 1/8 of an inch, but one side is a little bit longer than the other one, and I don't know why. Don't know why that is, but it is. All right. Trying not to keep the heat on the teeth too long. Just want a quick little hit of heat to try and help set it in place. There we go. And the mini Aliso is hot to go. H-O-T-T-O-G-O. Oh man. All right, so there we go. It is very close to being the correct size. So now we're going to do a little top stitch. I'm going to extend my stitch length to like 3.5, I think. Is that a top stitch length? 3.5, I think. I don't remember. Do I want to do that? No, it's 3.0, right? 3.0. That's a top stitch length, is 3.0. Oops. Go back. Hey, stop. It was like 2.95. 3.05. Josh is the bee's knees, if I do say so myself. Josh is the bee's knees. All right, so we're going to do a quick little top stitch. I'm going to make sure that both parts are staying the same. And I'm actually going to grab... Here's me switching feet again. I have a foot fetish. What can I say? I'm going to switch over. This is my 10D foot. I'm going to use the little fin that the 10D has on it. I'm going to use that little fin to help glide down the center. And it looks like, let me put this needle down. I think I'm going to move my needle over one more place. This is where you get futzy, because I feel like that would be, yeah, that looks like a good. So I'm going to use this little fin, and I'm just going to ride the edge of my fabrics to get that top stitch in. Made by Misty says she uses a 4 on her machine to get that top stitch. Since mine is a computerized machine, it has the settings already put in, and if I go to the quilting section of the stitches, there's actually a top stitch built into the pre-programmed stitches, and it is set at 3.0. Not saying that you're wrong, Misty. Every machine is a little bit different. I cannot type today. I've heard that the Mini is amazing, though I do not own it. I love my Steam Pro. I can't say that. I can hear it in my head and I can't say it. Like, mouth won't say the words. Riolta? Whatever. Anyways, Josh loves his iron. You know what, Josh? I would love to have the Laura Star. I think the Laura Star would be amazing to have. Whoop! Oh, it looks so good. It looks so good. So there is our top stitch. Oh, it's so good. And then here is our backside. I'm showing you my backside. There you go. Hey, Shirley. I didn't see you come in today. Shirley from Alaska. Hope you're doing well. Hope everything is warm. Hope everything's warm and good for you. All right, so we have done that. Apparently spilled water on myself. Awesome. Let's see. Okay, so open up zipper. Blah, 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 blah. All right, so now it looks like we are going to be, yeah, we're going to be adding the bottom onto this. So lay out the top of the lining fabric, excuse me, lay out the top of body lining fabric right side up and upside down. What? Lay out the top of body lining fabric right side up and upside down if using directional fabric. Okay, so they're telling us, she's telling us to put the lining fabric down first, and we are going to put it upside down. So if you have directional fabric, you're going to lay it out so that it is upside down. Let's see. Place the bottom of the body piece with the zipper on top, right side up, and right reading. Align the left and top edges. Place the top of body outer fabric on top of this, right side down and upside down. Thank you, timer. Aligning the top and left edges, so with a 1/4 inch seam allowance or adjusted if needed. As you do with the bottom half, press wrong sides together and top stitch. If you used a longer zipper, you can now trim the excess. Okay, so that's where it gets a little confusing, but this fabric is from homemade from Tula Pink. That is where all of this came from. Okay, so the diagram really helps on this one. The good news is I'm using the exact same fabric for the lining and for the top. So it doesn't really matter which piece goes where because it's all the same. Sylvia says, question, if I'm doing thank you cards like your postcards, should I use batting or what is or, excuse me, or is that an option? So if you're making postcards, you should use batting because you will be quilting that. So you would do your quilt top, your postcard top layer, and then you put your batting underneath, and then you would quilt that. So you won't have a backing or anything to it. You'll just have your quilted postcard top, batting underneath that, quilt that with whatever design you want, and then you'll add that onto your Pelon's F72. You'll add that on top. Does that make sense? I hope I answered your question. Let's see. Ooh, Joan says, hi everyone in chat. Been lurking and just made banana bread and cleaning up the kitchen. Hope everybody's well and enjoying the better weather. It's supposed to be. Supposed to be in something. Don't think she got her complete thought out. Mona did what is here? My husband bought the demo model of the Laurel Star iron at a significant discount at a quilt show last year, and I have to say, I love it. That's a good idea. I like that idea. All right, so we're going to take a quick commercial break. I have a specific commercial for today, so we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back after this. Hey everyone, I wanted to take a quick moment and talk about some of my new favorite wardrobe pieces from Fieldbach. If you're all about style, comfort, and versatility, check these out. First up, the Weekend Performance Jogger. These are like a second skin. Whether I'm lounging, running errands, or just sewing up a storm, these joggers move with me and feel amazing. Next is the Smooth Blend Slim Fit Half Zip Mock Neck Tee, perfect for when you want to look polished without sacrificing comfort. It's lightweight, breathable, and super sleek. And finally, the Modal Blend Long Sleeve Tee. Let me tell you, this one is all about soft, buttery goodness. It's a staple for layering or wearing on its own no matter the season. Fieldbach really nails it with the high-quality, sustainable fabric that doesn't just look good, they feel incredible too. If you're curious, check out my affiliate link in the description box below and save 20% off your order by using the code IAN20. Welcome back, everybody. I really like their clothing. Not gonna lie, really like their clothing. In fact, I'm wearing those joggers right now. At this very moment, I am wearing them because they are so comfortable. All right, so welcome back. And again, I have to use like X-ray vision. This time I don't have anything to line it up with. So I am trying my best to get it as close to where it should be as possible. Ian, you be styling. Thank you. Awesome commercial. Well, thank you. I'm so glad that y'all enjoyed that. Savannah says, I've been down for the count with the flu this weekend. I'm hoping to feel good enough to try this bag pattern in the coming week. Awesome. I hope you feel better. Not awesome that you have the flu. Like, that sucks. Sorry that you don't feel well, but I hope that you get to feeling better soon. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate y'all's support on the commercial. I know commercials are not fun, but they help me do what I do here on YouTube, so. Great looking model. You're ridiculous. Do you like my little like, oh, I'm gonna do jumping? No, I'm not. They are comfortable though. Jan? Who's Jan? Where's Jan? Joan, I know, she changed her name. I didn't I was like, who is this? Who is this? New phone, who dis? Good news, Freebird, the Tulip Pink fabrics have been restocked. I know, I forgot to mention that. You are right. So Freebird from the Puzzle Mystery Quilt has been restocked. So if you have been wanting Freebird, guess what? It is in stock. Head over to the Cotton Cuts page. I just put a link in the chat for you. You can use Ian Flyway, to when you order. You do it so well, thank you. Let me see. Yep, I'm putting this. Sorry that this is taking me so long. I'm nervous about getting it the right way. I'm nervous. I wish I could just line everything up on the edge, but of course my zipper has to be bigger. It's supposed to be a 1-inch zipper, and mine's an 1.25 inches. I'm like, really? Really? Couldn't be simple. No, has to be complicated. I did. That's why I put my name in brackets. No one would know, right? I was like, when I first saw the name pop up, I was like, who is this? The inappropriate quilter? Who's this person? They're new. Do you even go here? Sorry. I know I'm ridiculous. I know it. Let's change those. Put it over here. That is a little bit off. I need to move this up just a hair, I feel like. That looks a little better. Just trying to make sure everything is aligned. I chose Hummingbird colorway, and the more I look at it on the site, the more I hate it. Oh no, Heather! Don't worry, Becca did not like her colorway from the last one, and she ended up loving it when it was all said and done. So don't fret. There's still hope. There's still hope for you. Ian, when do we find out what flyway you'll be doing? I'm not sure. I'm supposed to be. So if you tune into the podcast, I just put a link for that in the chat. This week, Becca and I have another podcast coming out on the Sew Off Kilter channel. And there will be a surprise on there. So you'll definitely want to check that out. Make sure to stay to the end. Just put it that way. Just put it that way. It was scary. What happened? I missed something. Thanks, Jan. It was scary. What did I miss, Zaza? I feel like I've missed something big. I feel like I've missed something that's happened. This is like watching paint dry for y'all. I feel like it's like really boring content. But you know, my live streams are more like, you know, just hanging out with friends and sewing kind of things, right? Oops, don't do that. All right, so now we're going to, hey, that looks good. The good thing about this fabric is it's not directional, so it can go either way, and I feel like that did pretty well. We're here for the company. That's what I kind of feel like on my live streams. Like, we all kind of hang out for the company versus, you know, like actual. I try to teach stuff and do stuff, but I'm not like This isn't a specific tutorial, like, make sense? I don't know if that makes sense or not, but yeah. Just say, sure, Ian, this is great. We love this. Keep doing this. Poor Josh, unfortunately had a quilting fail this week. He sent me a picture of it. I won't reveal all of your secrets, Josh, but poor guy. He sent me a message on Instagram and showed me like what happened, and I just like was like, oh man. Sewing is never boring. Not boring, but comforting. I'm so glad. So glad that y'all enjoy hanging out with me, because I enjoy hanging out with y'all for sure. All right, we're gonna do some top stitching now. Oh, I didn't even have my dual feet on. Whoops. Oopsies. I think that was at 3. We're gonna set this back to 3 as well. Boop. Keeping me company while I get over the flu. Absolutely. I'm so sorry that you're not feeling well, but I am so happy to spend time with everybody. I literally just walk back in the room from looking at my quilt fail, LOL, still reverse engineering. You know, sometimes it happens, Josh. It happens to the best of us. It really, really does. See, that looks about right. Failure is an important part of the creative process. You are not wrong. You are not wrong at all, but it can be sure as frustrating as all get out. It can be very, very, very frustrating. Poor Josh. Josh, I don't know if this is going to make sense. I'm going to talk in code for a second, but I feel like, Josh, if you rotate it clockwise, not by very much, but I feel like if you rotate clockwise, it will line up, and then you just can add some extra material on the left, I think. Just looking at it, that's what it looked like to me. I don't know if that's the case or not, but looking at it, I was like, well, maybe he could just rotate clockwise just a little bit and then add some extra fabric, and he might have it. Oh, well, you've already seen Grip It. Okay, well, there you go. Never mind. Never mind. Donna says, I'm on my second Timothy Totten bag, and it's a perfect travel size. Awesome. Hi, Alex. I'm back, making sure everything was okay for my life. Awesome. Fail is an attempt at learning. Absolutely. Heather, welcome to, wait, did you, yeah, you just subscribed. Welcome to the channel, Heather. Heather, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to talk for the next 5 minutes in the chat due to the settings that I currently have, because, you know, we're trying to keep trolls and all them out. But Heather, as soon as that 5 minutes is up, I can't wait to hear from you. All right. Let's see here. Sorry, I already made this noise with my mouth, but I was like, I don't know why I decided to give a raspberry, but it happened. All right, back to the face. We're going to reset this. We're going to reset that. I didn't put my dual feet on again. What is wrong with me? We're going to put the foot away. We're going to put the regular foot back on. Put the dual feed back on. Alex says I've decided to make one of those cases with arrow fabric you sent me. Awesome. I hope you like it. I hope you like it. I hope you like it. Shirley says I'll check back in later. We're going to the store. Bye. See you later, Shirley. Buy me something fun. Buy something fun for me. All right, back to the instructions. All right, so we have sew with a 1/4 inch seam allowance, did that, as you did with the bottom half. Press wrong sides together and top stitch, did that. If you have a longer zipper, you can now trim any excess exposed at the end. So, you know what, I probably should have put the tag. No, I can do the tag on that, because remember we were going to add this Made with Magic tag to it, and I totally forgot to add it, but that is okay because we still have other parts. Oh, I know exactly where we can put this. I know exactly who this is. If you can tell me where that's from, you get a gold star for the day. I know where we're going to put it. No big deal. I am going to pull my zipper into place, and I am going to trim it because this is the part in the instructions where it says we can trim. Caroline says, join late. We'll watch the replay later. No worries. No worries. Josh says, the issue seems to be with one of the inner curves. I think it was an integrity issues with the registration points not matching. Interesting. I want to pick your brain on that because I really want to know where that went wrong, but I don't know. Anyways, if you use a longer zipper, you can now trim any excess exposed. So before I trim anything, I'm actually going to really quickly just sew this zipper together. I'm going to do it right here at the very, 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 very end. I just want to make sure that my zipper is not going to come undone, because I have a bad habit of accidentally undoing zippers. That's not what I meant. We're just going to keep going. Things that I say sometimes. All right. So Terry's got to run, but thanks for the company. Catch you all later. See you later. Look how nice this zipper pull is. Like, it's the perfect size. It's the perfect size. I love it. That woke me up. All right. What am I doing? I'm going to grab these scissors and just use my scissors to trim off the extra zipper. Guys, we've learned this before on my channel. Use the extra zipper. Don't try to save zipper. Just use the extra zipper. It's worth it. Whoa, that one flew. Kim Jong, you're right. Heather says, what? I didn't know that was a bad habit. Anywho. All right, did I finish with this page? I think I'm done with this page. Yeah, I'm done with this page. Yes, Kim Jong from Masked Singer, he's always like, I know exactly who this is. And he never does. He never does. Okay, what am I doing now? Once the top and bottom of the body are pieced to the zipper, you will add the fusible fleece if using. Place each piece of fleece, top and bottom, centered in the width in between the outer and inner layers butting it up against the bottom of the zipper inside the layers and aligning the raw edges top and bottom. The fleece will be a ½ inch shorter than the width of your body on both ends. If you used a different width of zipper tape and adjusted your seam allowance, then sewing your zipper tape may need to be trimmed. You may need to trim your fleece down if exposed. Blah, 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 blah. Try and say that 5 times fast. So this is the only thing that I'm like, I don't love about this pattern is that instead, I know why she does it. I 100% understand why she does it because, by the way, this is Insulbright interfacing fusible fleece. It's not fusible, but basically, I know why she's doing it. She wants to reduce the bulk in your seam allowances, right? She's trying to help you prevent it from being too bulky. But I feel like this is kind of like an extra step. I don't know. I didn't realize that the pull doesn't come with a pull attached. What? It was hard enough trying to say it once, right? Yeah, so I'm like, I know why she does it. I completely understand why she does it. I get where she's, wanting it to be a less bulky seam. Totally understand that. It just adds another step that I'm like, ugh, this, it doesn't feel great to do that step, but there you go. Christy, what are you talking about, the pulls for the zippers? My zipper head came with the zipper pulls, but I don't know. Maybe you're talking about something different. This is what happens when I like glance at the chat. Batting, thank you, batting. That's the word I was looking for. Let's see. And since this is Insulbright, it doesn't have any like fusing material to it, right? It just all you can't fuse to it because there's no fusing. So what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to sew 1/8 of an inch at the very, very, very bottom to give it, to like lock it into place. I think that's what I'm going to do. Because it's somewhere here it tells me to add, bottom of the fleece will be shorter, ½ inch shorter. Should be about a ½ inch. It's close. Yeah, that's a ½ inch. Yeah, that's a ½ inch. I was like, is this a ½ inch? Yeah. Okay, so I've got it centered. Good. I think I'm going to use a 1/8 of an inch seam or little stitch just to lock it into place. Hey, Ian, just remembered you were live. I am live. You can make interfacing shorter to avoid trim. Yeah, I can. I can, but I can always, trim it if I need to, and I will end up trimming it. But I'm just gonna go in really, really quickly with like 1/8 of an inch, just to kind of lock it all into place. Because this is all going to get hidden in. Wait, does she want me to? Hold on. I just thought of something. Hold on. Confused. The jig is to add the zipper pull. Yes, the jig is for adding the zipper pull in. Let me double check something really quick. Does it go the whole? Yes, it does. Okay, good. My thought process there, I was like, oh wait, she's trying to reduce the bulk in the seams. What if she wants the bottom to be trimmed a little bit shorter? So that way when we go to put the binding and everything on. But in her picture, I just see her interfacing, her fusible fleece goes all the way to the edge. So we're good with that. We are totally good. So I'm just gonna Just gonna put this all the way. Just do a quick little thingy thing. Have it on the wrong camera. Sorry. There we go. See, you get to see my thought process as it's happening in real time. Like I said, just doing a 1/4 of an inch, locking it in. If you used fusible fleece, this one, you wouldn't need to do this because literally the fusible fleece is fusible. But because I'm using Insulbright, because I want this case in case get it, in case a hot iron goes into here, I want to make sure that like it helps protect the case from anything happening. Jackie says, I'm working on packing all 7 of my 3-tiered craft carts. What a job. No kidding. That is quite the job. Don't pulls come attached to the zippers? Damn autocorrect. Christy, so some zippers will have pulls attached. There are specific ones that you can get that have the zipper pulls already attached. Other times, there are straight up zippers that's just zippers, nothing else. And then you buy the zipper heads and do that. And then you add it on. Make sense? I hope so. Hope that makes sense. So sometimes you can buy the zipper pulls that are 100% like all in one. Other times there are zipper pulls that are just the zipper and then just the pulls. And you buy the pulls separate. I think that made sense. Off subject, and may have been asked before, but do you know when Flyaway will ship? That is happening in February. I don't remember the exact date of when it will ship, but that is going to be happening in February. It's coming up fast. It's coming up really, really fast. It's going to be here sooner than we think. Can't believe it's already the end of January. Yes, I know my camera's not in the right place. There we go. Sorry. Make sure this is butted up against the zipper. It is. Understood, thanks. You're very welcome. I know that answer was kind of like convoluted, but hopefully it gave you... Because by Annie, she sells some zippers that have the zipper pulls already included, right? Like they're already on the zipper. But other places, like where I bought this zipper from, they don't have it included. You buy the zipper pulls separate. I'm working on the Fig Tree and Company Mystery Hearts quilt. Ooh. Sounds fun. Ian, Wonder Under would work well for installing the batting. Awesome. That's a very good tip. That's a really good tip. All right, so now I'm just going to go in and really quickly trim off. Which ruler do I want to use? I'm just going to go in and really quickly cut off the excess. I think I'll use this one. So I'm not trimming into the actual material itself. I'm literally just trimming off the excess of the Insulbright. That's all I'm doing. Again, I completely understand why she does it this way. She's trying to reduce the bulk in the seams. Because, you know, if you've ever put a bag together and you've done interfacing in the bag, or excuse me, batting in the bag, or, you know, the soft and sable or anything like that, you know it can get pretty dicey at points because there's a lot of bulk. Um, but this way makes it a little more difficult because you're having to, if you're using a different size zipper or whatever, it can lead to problems like you're seeing here. But it's going to be fine. It's going to be great. It's going to look gorgeous. It's going to be gorgeous. It's going to be gorgeous. Let's see. Chrissy G says, I bought zippers for projects, but my fear of installing them keeps me from doing the projects. I hate to say it, but you just do it. To use a slogan from a company, which we shall not name, just do it. It's okay. You're gonna be okay. I promise. It takes practice. Trust me, it takes practice. It takes a lot of practice. But you're gonna get there, and it's gonna work out. All right, so there we go. Looks like this. Is it perfect? No. Will it work for today? Yes. That's all that matters. All right, so now that we've done that, what are we going to be doing next? So now we're going to be working with the back panel. And this is where I need to remember, guys, yell at me if I forget to add the tag. We're going to be putting the whole back panel on. And the back panel, let me see if I can show you here. This is the back panel right here. This back panel is what allows your case to hinge, right? That back piece is going to hold the lid on. So when you open it, because if you just had the zipper on there, you would zip the whole thing off and it would come popping off. You don't want that. You want it to hinge like a clamshell. So that back piece is what hinges everything together. And I have the feeling I can stick my Made with Magic right along this seam right here. I think that's going to be the perfect place. Excuse me. I'm very burpy today. All right, so we already did the SF101. Don't need to worry about that. I did, for this back panel, I did want to talk about this because she says that you can do two things. If you're wanting to do the back panel all the same, you can do that. So this is my lining piece here. This is what's going to be on the inside. On the outside, I wanted it to match my case, like the outside of the case. So what I did is I matched my fabrics. So this is the bottom, this is the top, right? So I had to go in and I had to make that its own piece and sew those two pieces together. If you didn't care, like on the outside of the case, if you didn't mind that it was going to be one single fabric, you could do that out of one single fabric, but I chose to go with two. Let's see. Sylvia, if you use a zipper with pulls, but only use half of a zipper, how do you know what size pull you need to find zippers from stash, no packaging? So a lot of times if your zipper teeth are big, so there's two types of common zippers, 3 and 5. This one right here is a 5. So if you have larger teeth, I don't know if this gives you a good scale, but if you have larger teeth, this is going to be a 5. If your teeth are smaller, I don't have an example of a smaller zipper right now, but if it's smaller, it's probably going to be a 3. So I hope that helps. 3 and 5 are kind of your standard zipper sizes. It will probably fall into either of those. Joan says, Ian, does the spinning mat from Caterpillar stay on while you move it from place to place, or does it come off easily? My square spinner comes off as I turn it, just wondering. Joan, it does not come off. My pieces don't pop off very easily. Pop off, my guy. They don't pop off very easily. I think you would have to like kind of force it to pull it apart. The only piece that would be easy to take off would be the actual cutting mat surface. So if I like turned it over, it would dump out like easily. It would just fall out. But since I'm only using the mat upright and I don't turn that any which way, I think it would be fine. I don't see it falling out. Does that make sense? What do you use to measure yours to find out the measurements? Sylvia, those are just the standard measurements, 3 and 5. I don't have any way of really measuring. I'm sure there is a measurement in millimeters. You could probably like say, oh, the 5, because I think it's like 5 millimeter and 3 millimeter, maybe. Is that right? I don't know. Oh, let's see. Oh, hey. Oh yeah, it's like I think it's actually centimeters because I'm measuring the zipper tape down here. I know you can't see this. I don't even think you could see it if I went to this camera. But I'm literally measuring. I have a measuring tape here on the front of the table. And it looks like my 5-inch, or excuse me, my 5 zipper is about 5 centimeters, roughly, give or take. So maybe the 3 is like, I don't know. If anybody has better ways of explaining that, please put it in the chat. I took a phone call. What did I miss? Not much. To be completely honest with you, not much. Just getting set up for the next part. Okay, so next, okay, so we're gonna take our, okay, fuse SFF 101 to the back side of the panel, back panel outer end lining pieces. Already did that. Next, fuse the fusible fleece to the wrong side of back panel lining piece, centering it in the width. The fusible fleece will be 1 inch smaller than the fabric on each side. This is once again to help with bulk in the seams. Okay, so I'm going to quickly, we're going to use the lining fabric. Fusible fleece to the wrong side of back panel lining piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take my fusible fleece, or in this case my Insulbright. I'm going to take that out. And I'm just going to use again, an 1/8 of an inch. Okay, there we go. That works. I was like, for a second, I was like, uh-oh, this doesn't line up, but it does. It does. Okay, so I'm just going to use an 1/8 of an inch and just kind of lock that into place. Again, this is going to hide in the binding whenever I'm putting the binding and everything together. So I just want to lock it in. If you were using fusible, you wouldn't have to do this. Or Wonder Under, or anything like that. You wouldn't have to do that. This is just to make sure that it stays in place. Joan says, thanks for the helpful information on the spinning mat. I'm on the fence, but I think I'm going to order it. I haven't had the chance to use mine yet, but I'm super excited to use it for like half square triangles and stuff like that. I think it's going to really help to make sure that it's more efficient. I'm super excited to use it, but that's me personally, so we'll see what happens. All right, so we did that. Let's see. Okay, so lay out the back panel lining piece right side up. And then we're going to, okay. Instructions. Brain melting. Blah, blah, blah. I had to make a circle of cardboard to keep my rotating board in place. It works well now. All right, so how do we do this? We have our, okay. I'm going to look at the pictures. All right, so lay back panel lining piece right side up, back panel lining piece right side up, right reading, and place the body panel on the top outer, place the body panel on top, outer side up, align the left and top edges. All right, don't forget that. Okay, so we're gonna do this. This is where reading comprehension is very important. Okay. The pictures really help too. We're looking at figure N right now. And then, okay, so did that. Next, place the back panel outer piece on top, right sides down, also aligning the top left edges. So along the left edge with a half inch seam. All right, so I'm wondering if I should like trim this really quick because it's not 100% lined up, and I feel like if I just trim it just the like littlest bit, it might help everything line up. Should I trim it? I don't know. We are going to be using a half-inch seam allowance, which that's going to help, I think. Let's see. Okay. What is my half inch? I haven't used a half inch on this machine in a very long time. Oops, don't do that. Just double checking. Where's my half inch line? That one right there. Okay. Got it. Okay. Oh, and I was going to put my tag in there. I hope this is going to be the right place to put this. I don't know. I'm doing all over the place. All over the place, guys. I'm all over the place. I'm like thinking how this is all going to fit together. 3-dimensional is hard. All right. 3-dimensional piecing is hard. Think. If I want it to be outwards, that is going to lay, I don't know. We're going to try this. We're going to see what happens. Can you read directions? You can also do... you know, sometimes directions can be really, really hard. But it's going to be okay. It's gonna work. We're going to make it work. Make it work, like Tim Gunn says. Make it work. Let's see here. This is not going to be perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but that's okay. It's all about the journey. I don't think I did that quite right. Hold on. I am too, Zaza. I am a visual learner. And so it can get kind of hard. It can get kind of hard sometimes. But I think I didn't put that the right way. I didn't quite put that the right way, but let me see which way it tells me to press. Lay the back panel. Next place the band. Okay, did that. All right. Sew along the left edge with a half-inch seam to attach the back panel to the other side of the body. Press open the back panel outer pieces. Figure O. Okay, that's what I thought. I'm actually going to rip this out because I'm going to show you what happened. So this is what it's looking like when it's sewn together. Great, awesome, perfect. Except, see how my tag, the Made with Magic is supposed to be on this side, and when I press this, this is how it's going to look. So right now it's going this way. What I really want is the other side pointing, like coming out, saying, you know, Made with Magic. So quick seam rip, not a big deal. We'll just do a quick little seam rip and pull that apart, and then we'll try it again. And everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. Thank you. I appreciate the compliments. It's hard to like read instructions and try to like be entertaining all at the same time. But guys, this is real life. Y'all know how it is working on projects and being like, well, that didn't quite work, and you know, having to go through and be like, oh dang, I gotta seam rip and all the things. Felt like I ripped the fabric there for a second. Thankfully, I did not. So we're going to line everything up again and try it again. That's what's going to happen. We'll line it up, try again, everything will be fine. I think what I'm going to do, I don't know if you're supposed to do this or not, but because my edges are a little cattywampus, okay, when I go to put this back in, remind me to put it in Made with Magic up. I got to put it in with Made with Magic up, I think. I'm going to trim this really quick because I feel like this needs to... I feel like I need to trim this edge to make it better. Just even it out, right? Like make it all even. That way I'm not fighting with like, well, I think this is the right place, you know. Try to even it all up. I'm not going to take much off. It's going to be very, very small. But I just want to try and even it up. This may throw things into more chaos. Who knows? Who knows? I think it'll be okay though. All right, that cleans it up, makes it a little bit easier. We'll see what happens. How was my Paris trip? It was great. I loved it. All right, let's see here. Visual learner. Putting all this. I'm going to close the zipper as close to it without getting it involved in the thing. All right, so there's that. There's that. We're going to flip this all around. I struggled for my life when making the pair of veterinarian breeches for my husband to wear to the oh, got it. I had my can't read moments quite a few times. Savannah, like all the time. All the time. What did Margaret say? Where did Margaret? Oh, yeah. Ian, do you think Becca will come back from QuiltCon having ordered a new chair? You know, Zaza, I don't know. I don't know for sure. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right. I got it. I got it this time. All right, so we're going to put that in there. We're going to put that in there. We're going to do this. We're going to go 1/2 inch is right there. I got this. I got this. I can do this. I hope she does get a new chair, to be honest, Zaza. I hope the one she has, I don't know that it really supports her back like she needs it to. Because the times I've sat in it, you know, I think it needs some help. Okay, so did I do it right this time? I think so. I think I did it right. I got that a little too far in, but I'm not going to rip it again because I think it'll be fine. So there we go. Oops. So there it is. See, it's got the little tag in there. It's a little too far in, but it's okay. But that's what it looks like, and I think I'm happier with that. So we're going to keep it like that. She has too. Ian fell out of it too many times. Thank you, Kathy, so much for reminding me to put the tag in. I did remember to do that, so that's very, very good. All right, so now we're going to attach the attach to the back panel. Attach the back panel to the other side of the body. Press open the back panel outer piece. Line up the raw edges of the body panel, outer side down, with the left raw edge of the outer side of the back panel. Okay, so we're going to go, okay. So first thing that I need to do is press. That's going to be the first thing, is we're going to press it. And my iron turned off. Awesome. So we're going to press our pieces so that way it gives us a nice, crisp edge. Whew, bag making, guys. Let me tell you. This may end up being, we've got a little less than 30 minutes left. This may end up being another week. Would y'all be okay if we spend another week on this? Because I feel like we're getting to the point that we're going to be done. My brain is getting to the point where it's like sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. Let's see. Zaza says you and Mary were funny about it on Friday. I'm just saying, like, I can feel the screws in the bottom of the chair. I feel like might be time for a new chair, Becca. I'm just saying. Not trying to be mean about it. I'm just saying it might be time for her to get a new chair. And what she doesn't tell y'all is when you sit in it, the hydraulics don't work. So you just that's all I'm saying. All right. All right, let's figure this part out. Yes, absolutely. Cool. We will get this part done, and then we're going to call it a day. We'll work on the rest of it next week. Okay, so to attach the back panel to the other side of the body, press open the back panel outer piece, that one. Line up with right raw edge of the body panel outer side down. Okay, so Outer side down. Okay. This is where it gets a little difficult. So, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not, but here is my back panel. This is the outer side. So we're going to put that down first. Then it says line up right raw edge of body panel with the outer side down. So outer side of my body panel, outer side down. So we're matching our fabrics up. All the fabrics will be matching together. Okay. Great. Love that. With the left raw edge and the outer side of the back panel. Okay. You will need to now roll up the remainder of the body panel to get it out of the way, and then fold the back panel lining piece over that to align raw edges on the left. So we're going to have this face down. This is our lining piece. It's going to be face down, and we're going to have to like figure out how to get this out of the way. I'm going to move the zipper so that it's not interfering. This comes over here like this. This is the, you have to do mental gymnastics and physical gymnastics to get all this to do what you want it to do. This part is going to come over. We're just trying to like roll this other part out of the way. Ooh, this is fun. Oh, I love this. Okay, almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Sew along the left edge with a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Pin to secure, and we're going to sew it with a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Okay, so my 1/2 inch mark is right there. Woo! Am I even on the right camera? Yes, I am. Okay, good. It's like, oh, please let me be on the right camera. I don't know that I have hands to change the camera angles at this very moment. I don't know if this is going to go in the state fair, because I don't feel like I'm doing a great job right now. Is it a So Steady chair? I called them when the hydraulic pole. No, it's not. It's I think it's a Bernina one. No, it's not a Bernina one. Whatever brand Bernina uses, it's one of those. It's one of those. That's my kind of chair. I'm so short that I have all my chairs as low as they can go. That's funny. Turn the body panel right side out and press well. Top stitch both edges of the back panel close to the seam. How does this turn out? You're doing a great job. Thank you. I appreciate it. How does... I don't understand how this works. Did I do something wrong? I probably did something wrong. I don't know. We're going to find out. Oh! I did it! I did it right! Oh my gosh! I did it right! I did it right! Okay, cool. Sorry, I got really excited because it seems to have worked. A little bit. So that's the body. It's my hat. Hi, everyone. Heather's like, no, you're doing it right. It's like a sleeve that needs to be turned. Okay, so let me press this really quick. Did you see how excited I got about that, guys? I was like, ah, it's worked. It worked. All right, let me press. Try to get that as nice as possible. And then on the inside, I feel like one of my pieces is a little too big or something. I don't know. Something's not quite lining up correctly, but I don't know. You did it! It's a crown. Denise says, hello everybody, hello Ian, have lots of fabric. I have lots of fabric. You can make another bag for the fair. Consider this one a mock-up. That's true, Denise. You're not wrong. You shouldn't sound so I don't know! Pat says, my granddaughter's out for her 37th birthday dinner. Awesome. Happy birthday to her. We have a pickleball court painted on the road. Cars have to find another way when a game is on. Interesting. Don't trim it. I'm not going to trim it. I'm not trimming it. I'm not touching it. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do it. It's just weird because like this back panel here is like, it feels like there's extra fabric there for some reason, but I'm going to leave it alone. Based all the layers around the top and the bottom using a 3/8 seam allowance. Top stitch both edges of the back panel close to the seam. So I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to use my edge foot to do that. Yeah, I think I'm going to use my number 10. You're impressive, sewing live, reading chats, reading directions. Hey, it's not easy. I feel like honestly feel like I don't do that very well because I know there are moments of silence. There's moments like I come in the middle of chats sometime. Like I don't feel like I do such a great job sometimes, but here we are. All right, so this is the fun part because I've got to sew in the nope, that's not the right button. That button is where the sewing camera usually is, and so I accidentally hit that one instead. My bad. All right, let's move this over. We're gonna drop it down to, or we're gonna extend to 3.0 and put my foot down. This is gonna be a little interesting. Trying to sew. It'll be fine. It'll be great. We'll be awesome. I've got to move stuff around a little bit. Okay. I probably should have done this the other way, but you know, it's fine. It's too late now. We're just going to keep running it through because I should have probably top stitched from the other side. But it's fine. Instead of going from the inside. Ellen says, so I just popped in to say hello. I saw Ian with a zippered bag on his head. I'm not even going to ask. It's probably best. Probably best. Oh, it didn't stitch the first little bit. Oh, and I've got to redo that whole thing. Dang, it like skipped a stitch in a couple of places. So we're gonna redo that. I don't know what happened there. Well, this gives me the chance to do it from the correct side. It did not. My machine was not happy with that. So we're gonna pick these couple of stitches out and redo it. Ah, my iPad. That would be pretty funny if that was the first thing that you came into. Ian had a zippered bag on his head. Picking stitches is always fun. Seam Ripper, Seam Ripper. Here's my favorite song. How does Laura Lynn sing it? Seam Ripper, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we're going to finish this, and then we're going to take a break for the day. And we'll hit it again next week. Because I cannot brain anymore. Smooth brain, no wrinkles or lumps. You've got this. Go. Thank you all so much. I love how supportive this community is. It's so awesome. By the way, guys, don't forget I am going to be doing my recap for January very soon. This week I've got to record that video, and I go through and pick top 5, not really top, but like 5 projects that caught my eye from the Facebook community. I just dropped the Facebook link. It's also in the description of this video. Head over there, drop in your projects that you've been working on this month, and I will pick 5 projects to highlight that catch my eye. And that's a whole other type of video, I know. I had somebody, I don't even remember, one of my friends said something, and I don't even remember what he said, but he said something, and I was like, no, that's not YouTube, that would be XTube. He of course didn't mean it that way, he meant it completely innocently, but I was like, yeah, that's no. No, just no. Yo, Patty G, where can we get a shirt like yours? If you Google search boys sew too, guys sew too, you can check this out. I don't have a direct link to them because sometimes it's hard to find them, but Google search boys sew too, and you can find the shop that has shirts like this one. All right, so we're going to do it from the correct side this time. Maybe. All right, and put the needle down. I'm going to backstitch to really make sure that this is locked in place, because I don't want to have to do this again. I don't want to have to top stitch again. No more top stitching! No more top stitching! Oh, I think I just heard it skip a stitch. Oh, that's not the case. What needle are you using? 94, 94, it did skip a stitch again. Dang, it skipped several. I'm gonna leave it, but that's unfortunate. I'm using the Schmitz 80 needle. Come on, focus. There we go. So that's what I'm using. I don't have any other ones. Will you be at QuiltCon on Thursday? I will, Margaret. I will be at QuiltCon on Thursday. I'll be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I will also have stickers. So if you would like to, if you'd like a sticker, I have ordered 60 of 3 different types of stickers that I will be handing out. Although I'm holding back 30 of them. So it's really 50. I have 50 of each sticker design. So if you'd like a sticker, make sure to say hi, and I will give you a sticker. And I'm not revealing what the stickers are. I'm keeping them a secret. Keeping the designs a secret. But one of them is definitely a limited edition only for QuiltCon. Only for QuiltCon. No, don't do that. Try changing your needle. Mine skip when they're dull. I just put in a new needle today. So unfortunately it was not, I don't know, but it did fine on that side. Go figure. Like, it's very nice on that side and has a problem on that side. It's fine. We're good. All right, so we're gonna do a quick little thing here. Should I? Oh, you know what? Let's take. I'm gonna take my my cover out because I can wrap it around the bottom and do the yeah just like that. Okay, cool. So it tells us that we need to stitch. Oh, you know why? Oh, I bet I just realized it. I know why it did that. It's because it was wrapped around the needle. I bet you 100% that's what it was. It got wrapped around the needle and I didn't notice it. So that's why it skipped stitches. That's what happened. Now I have QuiltCon FOMO again. I know. I wish you were going to be there, Zaza. I wish you were going to be there, but it's I promise we'll have lots going on here on our channels. Becca and I, Tiffany may be doing something too. I don't know. And Becca and I are going to do several recaps. I think we'll probably do a podcast. We'll probably do our own recap on our own channels. It's going to feel like you're there, Zaza. I'm wondering if I should trim the very bottom of this because it doesn't align with the rest of it. I'm wondering if I should trim that little bit off. It's like 1/8 of an inch. What do you think? Should I cut that off or should I just leave it be? Excuse me, guys. Use the free arm. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. How many stickers did you get printed in total? Zaza, I got 60 of each. So 60 times 3. 60 times 3. Oops. Wrong button. There we go. So this is just locking in the top and the bottom to make sure that they're not open, that they don't flex around. They're all nice and closed and tight. And again, this is all going to go in the binding, so you won't even see any of it because it is tucked away. It will be tucked away in the binding. Don't trim it. Okay. All right, Judy. Judy says not to trim. The part that I was talking about is, I'll show you. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. So do you see this part right here where it's just, it like hangs down a little bit more? That's what I was worried about, like when putting the binding on, because I have this kind of dog leg right there and right there. Judy, trim or no trim? Okay, Ian, I'll be on the lookout for the gray hair. Be on the lookout for the gray-haired crazy lady pushing a seated walker. Absolutely. I will definitely be on the lookout for that. I don't think you're crazy. You're not crazy. You're not crazy. Oh, I just. Hi, everyone. Ha 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 ha. Christy says trim. Savannah says trim. Ellen says trim. Is that from your? I think what it is. Yeah, I think from what it is the back panel being just slightly larger because of that seam. I think it's just that little bit of a seam that made it a little bit bigger. Zaza says trim. Norma says trim. Still, I wouldn't trim. You can always trim when you go to put the binding on if necessary. All right, that, you know what, Judy is right. We can always trim it later. So I'm not going to trim it at this moment. We're going to leave it as is for the moment. And if I need to, I can go back and trim it later. Everyone's saying trim, though. Everybody's saying trim. So, I don't know. We'll figure this out next week is what we'll do. How about that? We'll figure it out next week. I mean, that zipper, though. Like, look at that. Oh, it's so good. So good. Lynn says she would trim. Auntie L says don't trim. What are you binding it with? Well, I'm so glad that you asked. So I'm going to be binding it with this right here. So, I mean, that's what it's going to be bound with. Although it's going to be on the inside. So it's going to be that. Oh, look how well that matches. Oh, that looks so good. It looks so good. I love it. Can always trim later. I think that's what we're going to do. We'll figure it out later. We'll figure it out next time. Don't forget, we still need to add this one into, cover the face. There we go. This one needs to also get put on the inside. Pick the right zipper. Thank you. Only trim if needed. Well, we will find out on the next episode of the Off Kilter Crafter Ian. So next week we'll continue working on this. I didn't expect this to be a 3-part series, but here we are. We'll work on it some more next week. And yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be great. Oh, now, oh, there it goes. It'll be a party. Anywho, guys, I think we're going to stop there. I'm going to clear out my machine, and we are going to call it a day. I hope everybody has a great day. Make it a good week. Have a good week. Find something that brings you joy, even if it's the darkest of weeks for you. Find that little bit of joy and hold on to it this week. I know that's what I'm going to be doing. Things have been good, but definitely dealing with some emotions, to be honest. But anywho, hope you are all having I hope you all have a great week. Find your joy this week. We'll come back next week. We'll continue working. Don't forget, one more time, I'm going to say it. Check out the Caterpillar 20% off discount using code LIVEWITHIAN. That expires 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time. So if you haven't put in your I just wanted to say Caterpillar. If you haven't put in your Caterpillar order, do it before tonight. Do it right now. We're ending anyway. So I hope you all have a great rest of your day. I'll see you back here in a week. Love each and every one of you. And remember, guys, normal, say it with me now, is just a setting on the dryer. Bye, everyone.